Alright.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Bugman, they like to roll the...
Okay, just gonna give this a quick test to make sure it's recording. Alright, there we go. Welcome, all. Obviously, I'm going to be playing a little bit more Cuphead, yada yada. I'm also part of a Extra Life campaign. I posted the link in the chat. So if you're interested, you can definitely feel free to donate a little money to a good cause. Helped my family out when I was younger. So yeah, not the program itself, but yeah. Not doing bad so far. Damn it.
A great slam and then some. Now go!
Damn it.
This match will get red.
Oh, you know, just playing more Cuphead, trying to beat it, that sort of thing. It's a rather challenging game, so you're probably going to see a lot of this boss, particularly. Doing so well the first time, too. Yep. Yes, indeed. The best boss in the game for reasons. Pretty good design overall. I mean, really, you might as well just literally say that about every single boss in Cuphead. Like, just... okay. The boss design in general is just basically flawless. So far, I haven't found a boss design that I didn't like. Oof. Walked right into that one. Yep. Yeah, it's a very good game. It's really well done. Obviously, as you can imagine, it's very well animated. Well, I mean, you can literally see it. Don't know why I felt the need to say it, but yeah, it's just a gorgeous game. And I think, personally, I find... damn it. I think, for the most part, the boss design is, good, you know? It knows how to kind of mess with you in terms of, keeping your eyes distracted and forcing you to focus on random stuff. Well, not random stuff, but like, kind of like, it knows how to kind of play you so that you have a more difficult time with certain enemy bosses and stuff. It's well done. I really need to stop going for those friggin' pinkies. They're almost never worth the increased risk. I've been finding more and more. Like sometimes if they're, I think the thing with the parryable ones is that you really shouldn't go out of your way to try and grab them. Because some of them are just so risky for such little benefit, relatively speaking, that it's just not worth it. Yep. It's all about that risk-reward ratio on that. I am curious whether or not shooting the eels actually does damage to her. Because if it does...
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin!
As far as I can tell, there is not, no. I think it's just one of those things where you need to strategically just kind of position yourself in such a way that you can avoid it as much as you possibly can. Yeah. It's definitely good at keeping you distracted and focused on different stuff, which is kind of the part of the key to it for me. It's like, it's very good at like that misdirection. But yeah, I don't think so. You know, though, next time I'll try and see if some strategic... Didn't get the timing down that time. Ugh. Doing alright.
Good day for a well battle.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the best looking games I've ever seen. It kind of reminds me of Apotheon, which is a gorgeous game like this one. I kind of compare it and Apotheon a lot because both of them have really gorgeous soundtracks. And also, the art style is one of the main appeals, but not to the detriment of the game. Not where it's like, well, the only thing the game has going for it is just the art style. It's like, no. With Cuphead, it's also the gameplay and the soundtrack. The art style is just some extra gravy on top. You know, I liked Apotheon, but, you know, its gameplay wasn't the greatest thing on Earth, to be fair. Friggin' damn wheels.
Here's a real high-class.
Oh, you didn't like the animation. I liked it. It looked a little bit stilted, but you know, it's like that's kind of what I'd expect from the art style. That's personal preference, though. Damn it. Yeah. Definitely a game that's very good at messing with you, keeping you distracted. That's fair. I managed to beat it. Nope. As I had suspected, that size thing doesn't seem to help. Fuck. Oof, I almost had her on her last phase, which is also very difficult. Still, I'm getting there. Consistently, I've managed to make it to that second stage. I just need to... Well, this is kind of like... I know. But it's kind of like with the Dark Souls games where it's like... Alright. It's kind of like with games like that where it's like you need to kind of learn to get farther on the same amount of resources. And, you know, lose less hearts, for instance, in my case. Like, I find it's generally good to try and start really trying to avoid losing hearts and trying to, like, as you try to get better at the initial stages of the boss fight. Because especially with most of these bosses, it's a personal thing. Everyone, but the last or second to last phases tend to be the most difficult ones. I generally find in a lot of instances that the second to last phase is more difficult than the last phase for certain bosses. There we go. There we go. Got her. That end animation is just fantastic. Yeah, they generally tend to. Yeah. It's just that with the bosses in this game, I generally find that the second phases tend to be more difficult than the last, but yeah, no, it's definitely a matter of like first phase is easier, second phase is harder, and third phase is hardest. Thank you. Cala Maria. An amusing joke. Some would say. I would say. Alright. Doing good. That'll knock down unlock a shortcut. A little running gun in between will be helpful.
Now go!
Okay. You know, actually, come to think of it, I should, let's see, share to... Copy to clipboard. It's alright, just taking a second to post. And I'm not going to be able to see anything you say for a little bit because Twitch is stupid. I'm just taking a second to post this in a few more places. See if we can get a few more people. Okay, just a second. Okay, okay, there we go. Let's see. Alright, I should be able to see again. Yeah, yeah. Just like to get the word out to a few more people, see if anyone bites. And, just This is a heads up, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I have a link in my bio. I'm doing that Extra Life charity thing. So if you want to donate to that, go ahead. If you don't, that's fine. But I feel like I should tell people about it. It's charity. Yeah, alright. Cup dick. Ugh. These running gun sections are certainly a thing. Fucking hate those things. Or things like them, at least. Oh, fuck you!
Here goes.
Hey, it's Lawman. Alright. Your name colors are so similar that at first when I saw Cuphead, I thought that was Mega Dinosaur saying that. And then it turned out it wasn't, which makes more sense. Yeah, this game's friggin' beautiful, and I don't care what anybody says about that friggin' gorgeous game. And also, it's been doing well financially, which really makes me happy. Like, you know, you see the doom and the gloom, and you see, like, Activision patents technology to reach right inside your wallet while you're not looking and steal all your money. Oh, but they would never use it. They said they didn't use it, so they didn't use it. And I just look at it and I sigh. And then you see games like Cuphead, and you're like, maybe it's not all bad. And then EA kills off Visceral, and then you reconsider that. But regardless, oh my goodness gracious. Ow! Oh, fuck you! Piece of shit.
You're up.
I really need to start dashing through obstacles more. Yep. Damn you!
It's on.
There's so many games coming out. Not the time nor the cash to play them all. Still, I'm glad I went with Cuphead. Oh no! These running guns are always so difficult. Oof. And again, I suppose I really shouldn't be expecting less from this game.
Now go. Now go.
Wait, how is Sony turning you off of games? Ugh. Also, no, the tracking shot is not default. There is an upgrade system in Cuphead where you can get different abilities and different types of shots. The tracking shot's just one that I find makes the run and guns a little bit easier. Also, shut the fuck up, you motherfucker. Oh, always online. I wish that was another thing that would fuck off and die, to be honest. It's like, you always need to be online to play our game. It's like, then why would I buy your fucking game? Because the minute the servers go down for it, the game kind of becomes an expensive piece of regret, really. It's not even a physical copy, to some degree. But yeah, you shut up. I am not as bad as a VentureBeat journalist. I'm at least 1% better than most VentureBeat journalists. Probably. I don't know. I can't vouch for that. 100%. But I will say that I won't claim to have any great talent for Cuphead. If I didn't, I mean, like, I like the game a lot, obviously. Which is why I've tried to keep up with it. Burn in hell! I don't know where lobsters go when they die, but I assume there is a hell for lobsters. And I hope that's where you go. Yep. Okay. We'll hide in here. Okay. Yep. Dear goodness me, this is gonna be tough. All in the name of stopping piracy. It's really, they have to do it. They have to. It's just, hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, no, DRM as a whole is kind of like fucking useless. So the only reason to include it is to fuck over your paying customers who actually give enough of a shit to pay you money. But they keep doing stuff like that, so I'm not really sure why they don't expect people to pirate stuff. Like, Shadow of War is a game I probably will never buy. Alright, I'm back. Please let me know in chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure my mic is set to the right thing. I can switch it on and off. I want to make sure it's on. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I can understand why that wouldn't be a no for you, Law. But for me, it's like I'm too disgusted with all the shit around that game to ever want to get it. Like, the loot boxes, profiting off of a dead man, the microtransactions. Just everything about that game was just made to be as repulsive as possible to me. And I just see no real reason to... Fuck you. To pick it up. Because, like, you know... Shadow of Mordor is good. But it wasn't like this be-all, end-all. Yeah, Warner Bros. I think it's because they're not... It's bizarre. One of the most in-tune gaming companies I've ever seen is Activision. And they're cynical as fuck, don't get me wrong. But they understand how the gaming sphere works and how to exploit it for their benefit. Especially Blizzard. Like, Activision Blizzard banks off the Blizzard name so hard that sometimes Blizzard escapes from scrutiny, which I don't understand anymore, but whatever. But it's like, and then companies that are completely outside of the gaming community. Yeah. Yeah. Blizzard's a pretty cynical company in their way. I mean, I think people hold certain companies like that up to too high of a standard sometimes. Not to say that they shouldn't be criticized, but what I mean is, like, you shouldn't defend them when they do horrible, shitty, anti-consumer things just because it's like, well, it's Blizzard. It's like, no. When you say shit like that, what you're saying is, well, I'm okay with someone fucking me over as long as they make games I like. It's like, no. You know? That's not acceptable. You gotta criticize the shit when it crawls out of its hole. And, like, you know, regardless of their name. You can't give Bethesda a pass because you like their games when they do anti-consumer stuff, or when they put out something that's like, you know, well, reviewers don't get our games early anymore. It's like, that doesn't benefit anyone but Bethesda. And yet some people are like, oh, well, no, it's okay. It's like, no. I criticize a company, you know, as heavily or more heavily if I like them. Because it's like, you shouldn't allow companies to get away with shit. Fuck you. Oh! Fucking that lightning attack.
You're up.
I'm just saying when Blizzard does shit. And I do think they'd pull some shit. Like, Diablo 3 being always online, for instance, was shitty. Especially when the servers were broken on the first couple of days anyways. And then when the auction house stopped making them money, they immediately just turned it off. The always online, I believe, or got rid of the auction house or some shit like that. Doesn't matter. Regardless, I have problems with Blizzard and the way they handle things. Like, one of the things I didn't like was how they split StarCraft into 3 bits. When, if you look at the previous game, it's like you got 3 campaigns and races. All in the same game. And I guess you could argue that the scope and the scale of each game could be extended, but then you play, like, Heart of the Swarm, which is is just fucking really mediocre, except for the multiplayer aspects, which is the only part they focused on, from what I understand.
Here goes.
Well, I'm not saying Overwatch the game. I'm not saying Overwatch the game itself is bad, but it has loot boxes in it. And it's like, it doesn't have, I don't think it has microtransactions, but it's like, Overwatch is, I have that problem with Overwatch, but it's like, I don't hate it, and I don't hate what it represents for the gaming industry. It's not like a game like that, where it's like, I just look at it and I'm like a Destiny 2, where I'm like, you are everything wrong with the industry, and you don't even, from my perspective and my point of view, you don't really have enough going on for me to even say, like, you know, well, at least it's a good game. I mean, I know you like it, I know other people like it, yada yada, but it's like, when I look at that game, I just see a game that I have no interest in. It's just so disgusting in its exploitative tactics. I just... I detest it. I don't know. Ugh, shit, I got the timing fucked on that. Well, okay, Law, and Dino. What they did is, they changed the shader system. They have loot box style stuff. They've got, microtransactions.
Now go.
Yes, you have to get a bunch of them to match. Ultimately, it's just disgusting. It's a disgusting game. And it doesn't matter, because it's gonna make like $1 billion. It already has made like $1 billion. Call of Duty's star is waning. And now they've got Destiny. So now they can like... And then they got that fucking patent, which they claim they haven't used, but I fucking doubt that. Where, they'll match you up with people with better gear to try and incentivize you to try and buy better gear. So, it's just gross. It's a gross, disgusting game. And I mean, even if I was interested in it, that would probably turn me off. Luckily, the game was incredibly boring and uninteresting to me. That beta basically fucking solidified that I wouldn't be interested. So, I don't have to worry about.
It's on.
I don't know. Maybe not, but at the same time, I wouldn't put something like that past them. Even if it's not that specifically. I really don't like Activision. Obviously, I don't think many people do care for the company at all. But yeah, Destiny 2 is just another game I just look at and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. I really need to stop being so impatient. Whatever, everybody's got their own take on that. I'm just not interested in Destiny 2 at the end of the day. Nor am I interested in Call of Duty, but that's not an uncommon opinion, despite the fact that it sells billions of copies every year. So, whatever. I don't know. I just, like I said, after playing the beta and kind of seeing what the gameplay is all about, even setting aside any accusations of impropriety on their part, it was fucking boring to me. Like, I just played it and I was like, what is in this game that hasn't been outclassed by Doom or Titanfall 2 especially? I mean, people praise the game quite often for its gameplay, and I just didn't really see the appeal. Even giving it credit and saying that it's, like, competent, it's not standout at all, in my opinion. It just feels like a clunky, slow first-person shooter. And the abilities, well, I mean, they might have changed it from the beta, but the abilities kind of felt like shit. I don't know. Regardless, I wasn't interested in it, so I didn't purchase it, so yada 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 yada. On and on the world it turns. Okay. Fuck you! How the fuck was I supposed to avoid that? I don't know, I've only bought one game with loot boxes as of right now, because games with loot boxes don't always tend to appeal to me, and it's like, again, with Overwatch, I mean, I've tried it, what the fuck? Okay. Steam decided to boot me out of Cuphead, thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, with Overwatch, it's not even particularly the loot boxes that turned me off, although those didn't really help. It's more of just I tried the beta for the game and I just wasn't really interested. Multiplayer games don't tend to be my scene. I'd say really the only game that's actually at all an exception is co-op games like Vermintide, which we should totally play sometime long, but we'll see about that. Yeah, but Titanfall 2 is one of the exceptions. I don't know why that game just clicks with me on a fundamental level. The thing is, like, some people are able to resist it, but some people aren't as equipped to do so. And even then, it's like, I feel like something's getting taken away if microtransactions are added to a game. Maybe that's just a personal thing, but Yeah. I mean, like I said, if it doesn't bother you, that's fine. But for me, it's just a sticking point where if a game has it, it makes it that much less appealing to me to buy it. Especially with loot boxes. I fucking hate shit like that. Like, you know, with Titanfall 2, for instance, which I know the next game is going to have loot boxes because EA is fucking horrible, but it's like, you can buy certain skins and color stuff. Well, you can buy them even in, like, an actual market, which I'm not crazy about, but that is what it is. At least you can buy what you want. Yada yada yada. But you earn random skins as you play the game, which some people, I mean, like, that's fine by me. For leveling, and then you can also buy certain skins with credits. And I just feel like I have absolutely no problem or compunction with that system at all. It's like, if you want a certain skin faster, then just fucking buy it. With in-game credits that aren't like a bullshit premium currency thing. Yep. Two HP. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that last time I was doing it, actually, Law, but thanks for the heads up. That was actually giving me a little bit of compunction, I suppose. Interesting. Oh no! Oh well.
Here goes.
That's the whole thing with Cuphead. It's gonna keep throwing shit at your eyes. And you have to look at all of it because it looks so good. Yeah, gaming industry bullshit. It's nothing really new. There's always gonna be something new to rail against, to get angry about. And then we die. We don't have to complain about it anymore. But yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it's like, I have one game with loot boxes, like I was saying, Quake Champions, and all that happens when I open loot boxes is it's just like disappointing, and I'm like, I don't get it, I don't see the addictive quality. I know obviously, like, I mean, I even said, for some people that's not going to be the case. Some people have have the personalities that are going to be impacted by shit like that. And ultimately, yeah. It's just like, for me it adds nothing. Like, oh my gosh, on Detoid I had someone arguing for fucking loot boxes in Borderlands 3. And I just didn't get it. I'm like, I'm sorry, like, if loot boxes don't bother you, I'm fine. They, like, legitimately don't bother you, I'm totally okay with that. But why would you want them included in a game? I just feel like... I just feel like they're such a fucking horrible thing, and I don't want to see them anywhere near a game that I give any shits about. No. Borderlands 3 doesn't have Borderlands 3 doesn't have loot boxes as far as we know. I'm just very suspicious that it's going to have microtransactions and loot boxes, given industry trends and the fact that Randy's a huge asshole. Yeah, and also, Law, fuck you. I use that gun because it makes the platforming a lot easier, and those levels are incredibly difficult on their own anyways, so fuck you. Fucking asshole. Oh, goodness me. Such fun times. Okay. Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. If they were to do loot boxes, I'm pretty sure the way they could go with it is potentially cosmetics. Or cosmetic shaders, something like that. I don't know. I just don't like them. It's like, I feel like it's better to just find shit out there and let random guns or other stuff fall. Like, it's fine. We don't need loot boxes.
Good day for a 12 hour. It's on.
Okay. Okay. Oh. It's a German mouse. Okay. Yeah, I hope that's what they do. I hope they don't put any loot boxes or microtransactions or other bullshit. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Before we do this, I should actually get the best weapon on my roster again. Charge shot. That's a good weapon. Oh yeah, Battleborn. You know, in some ways I feel bad for Battleborn because it was it was a game that actually felt like it was trying instead of being a cynical cash grab like well, Duke Nukem Forever and all that shit. You know, in that respect, it was sad, but also at the same time, it was getting really hard to have any sympathy for Randy Pitchford because he was being a huge asshole. Oh. Okay. Jeez Louise. Alright. See ya. As for Battleborn, I feel bad for it in some respects, but in some respects, yeah, Law's right, it fucking made its own bed. Like, no one forced them to try and compete with, fucking, whatever it's called, Overwatch, but they did anyway, because they're stupid. And they drew direct comparisons, it's like, oh, I almost had him on his third phase.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin.
Alright, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have some sympathy, because at least Battleborn was trying to be a thing, but like, you know, the branding was bad, the timing was fucking horrendous. I don't know what motivated them to release that close to Overwatch, But it was a horrible decision. And ultimately, the game paid the price for it. Woo! Oh, okay.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
Yeah, that's the problem with, like... Well, I mean, like, Jim said it several times, like... You know, you can try and compete with Call of Duty and beat Call of Duty, but there's already a Call of Duty, so... You're doomed to, if not failure, at least... like, getting hurt put on you by that game. Huh. Well, I mean, in fairness, like, Battleborn was also something different genres and stuff, but yeah, I don't know, I didn't really see it managing to supplant. Again, it's like, even if it and Overwatch, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to talk about this and then beat this boss.
A brawl is surely brewing.
It can be sometimes. It can be. I'm trying though. I'm trying. Otherwise, how will I get those dank? I'm gonna stop that attempt at a joke before it even happens.
Now go.
Yeah. When there's actually conversation trying to go on, though, I'm not gonna try and deny it. Like, yeah, maybe I'll die a couple more times, but it's just the way it is. Oof. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's fucking part of what I love about this game. Just the way the boss fights go is just fucking amazing. Like, the imagery is just great. And the last phase, if nothing else, for most of these bosses, it tends to be like incredibly visually interesting, if nothing else. Yeah. It's definitely a game that is sold at least partially by watching people play it, I think. You see that a lot in games that are this visually strong.
Here's a real high-class bout. Now. Go.
You should chill yourself on Destructoid more if you want people to buy your game. Just chill forever. Except unlike those disgusting shills who just wander in and are like, oh, here's a gaming community, I should totally fucking try and sell my shit to them. You're actually part of the community, so everyone would probably be good with it. Well, no, don't hate the shill. Don't hate the shill. Love the shill. Embrace the shill. Oh, that's a dick move. Love the shill. Embrace the shill is what I say. Yeah, the backlog is eternal and never-ending, no matter what. Yeah, as I suspected, those fucking bombs also do damage.
Good day for a swell battle. And begin.
Yeah, I think the thing with, I'm mostly joking when I say shilling, but I do think every once in a while you can ask people if they'd be alright with supporting your game. Like, damn it. Like, yeah, no, people are generally pretty supportive, especially of people that are actually in the community, which UM is. Like, you're not one of those disgusting pieces of shit, like I said, who just wanders in and says, "Ah, buy my fucking shitty indie game." It's like, you're actually a member of the community, so people will be fine with it, I'm sure. If they're not, well then that's their fucking problem. Good. I think it's important to fucking support just people who are part of the community. I think it's good. And I definitely think there's a lot of people who would at least be interested in taking a look see at it. Oh no, Ghost, you led me astray. Gotta keep pushing, man. I won't tell you your business, but yeah. As for Boss 101, I think by this point, it's like kind of a benign tumor in some ways. I shouldn't say it like that because that gives it a negative connotation, but like, to be fair, I don't know when exactly he showed up, but at the very least he does somewhat engage with the community, and he agreed to Dead Moon's interview, which I gotta respect him for, because he didn't have to do that shit, but he did. We got to learn more about him, and I think it was ultimately a good move towards becoming a little bit more acceptable in the community. And yeah, I mean, like, it's always gonna be, you know, there's always gonna be, like, just this, oh, fuck you! I think that's always gonna be a thing where there's just, like, another game lost in
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
yeah, that too. Damn it. The timing on those fucking floor things is just fucking little more difficult for me than it probably should be. I am not drinking at all.
A great slam and then some. Now go. A great slam and then some. Now go.
Fuck it, I'm gonna be safe instead of trying to go for that. Well, that was making the game work.
Good day for us. Well done. And begin.
I'm not looking forward, well, okay, I kind of am looking forward to the last run of bosses, but yeah, that last area is gonna be fucking brutal whenever I get to it, I'm sure. Still, I'm good. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Hey, look, a parryable heart. Oh, that's what happens. I didn't know. I didn't notice it split Yeah, there we go. Oh! What the fuck? Oh, jeez Louise. That was fucking amusing. I know, right? That fucking caught me so off guard. It's like the cat was a robot the whole time. Alright. Yeah, I really like the way the bosses go in this game. The visuals on them are so fucking interesting. Whoa! Ha! Oh my god! Okay.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
Oh, that's interesting. You can attack different parts of him to try and take out the part that's most meddlesome to you. Oh, and it unlocks different abilities too. That's interesting as hell.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Let's see.
You're up.
Also, it would appear that. Okay, I'm starting to get it down.
Here's a real high-class bout. It's on.
Oh no!
Good day for a well battle. Here goes. Good day for a well battle. Here goes.
Yeah, well, hopefully future endeavors go better.
Here's a real high-class bout. It's on. A brawl is surely brewing.
Yeah, I think eventually you'll get there. That's good.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
It's good to have a passion for what you're doing. Yeah, college is definitely something that's, I think it would be a lot better for people if generally it was admitted that it just doesn't work for everyone. Like, for me it was correct, but that's obviously because when I went to college I found out what I wanted to do. It wasn't the other way around. But it's not for everyone, it's not always beneficial for everyone, and then it saddles you with massive debt that can seriously hinder your later life. So yeah. I know, right? Yeah, I was doing very well. That last phase, like, I can see getting through it, but it's, yeah. I think it's just, I gotta start getting this phase down better. Ugh. Okay, I need to think.
A great slam.
Yeah. It's basically, it's a path for some people, it's not a path for some others. Just the way it is. And it's probably emphasized a lot too much. Especially, again, the whole debt thing, it's like, it can crush some people, you know? It's fucking... Especially when it's not beneficial enough for some people. It's like, you get all that debt, and then it doesn't provide you a tangible benefit. I fucking hate that. Brain Ray. Alright.
This match will get red hot.
Ah, well.
You're up.
Is what it is. Society being what it is. Grr, fucking... Okay. If there's one thing I don't like, it's the friggin' obstruction going on in the foreground. That's a real pain in my ass. Like... Just friggin'... It's those little robots. Okay.
This match will get red hot. It's on.
See, I'm ultimately trying to prioritize what's giving me the most difficult time. It's just kind of difficult to decide, really, I suppose. Alright, see ya.
Now go.
Alright, I see.
Brawl is surely brewing.
What I should really be doing is trying to focus getting a little bit of damage in on each of the components, and trying to basically get them as close as possible to all dead at the same time. Because that way I can probably improve my fortunes just a bit. There we go. We got 2 components. There we go. We got 3. Right, I forgot about that part.
This match will get red hot. It's on.
This definitely feels like could potentially. I'm hopeful that it's kind of a top-loaded boss, where the difficulty's kind of at the beginning, and then as the game goes on, as the fight goes on, he gets a little bit easier to deal with. Like even his. All right. Even his
A great slam and then some.
last attack phase was. You had to kind of keep at it, but at the same time it was deal withable. Yeah, yeah.
A great slam and then some.
I'll make it a word, by God. I like to think so.
Well done. Here goes. A brawl is surely brewing. Now go. Here's a real high-class bout. Now go.
I think it's gonna be my last time, and then I'm gonna call it quits for the night. off to an inauspicious start. Damn it! Halfway there, but no. I said that was it, and that for now, that will do.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Bugman.
And now for the traditional game not properly going back to desktop and just crashing instead. It's really one of my favorite traditions. It's just a weird thing to have happen. I don't know why it always does it. Like, if I quit from the game, if I quit from this menu, quit. It just crashes. Oh, whatever. Thank you. Same to you. I had a good time streaming for everybody's entertainment, as always. Alright. Just fucking quit, damn it. Quit. Okay. How difficult is it to get this fucking game to force quit? Yeah, it was a good time. Okay, let's see. Well, you're getting to spend more time with me, so that's probably a highlight. Alright. Alright. Okay. It's really starting to irk me. Alright, we'll just log off. Oh, no, never mind. There we go. Microsoft finally figured out there was a fucking problem. Now it's going to try and fix it. Okay, there we go. Alright, thank you. Quiet you.